So this is the 10 watt set per cell, 36 by 10 watt LED 4-in-1 moving wash beam fixture. It's got adjustable zoom, 4-color LED, RGB in white, adjustable color temperature, some of that stuff as far as presets. Over here on the back, we've got a PowerCon input, fuse, DMX input via 3-pin connector, power switch. Down here we've added a number, the number 7, just to signify so it corresponds with our lights in Vista. And then on the back, get this around, we've added DMX 472, which would correspond to the address punched into the display. So you saw the boot sequence on the unit. I'm going to turn it off just so we can kind of play with the fixture right now. If you listen, maybe we can bring in the camera a little bit, just the volume of the fixture. There's one fan here in the back and then another one up top by the handle. Fairly quiet. So powering off. The back here, it's like a cast metal heatsink with this plastic cover. The plastic, it's textured plastic. It's not probably the most robust, but we haven't had any issues with it yet. You know, you can see it kind of deflects a little bit, but it's plastic. It's going to do that. The rest of the housing is all metal, except for the edging and some of the surround here. This is metal. I don't know if you can get the texture of those cells there. It's like a, I don't know, kind of a diffused texture going on, rather than a specific lens texture there. The whole front face moves up and down on the center axis, and then these guides on the outside surround here, you know, let it do that smoothly. It's maybe got, I don't know, 3/4 inch or so travel there that it goes between like a 10 degree and a 70 or something like that beam. So yeah. The only minor disadvantage is there's only a PowerCon input. There's not a loop through on here. That's not the end of the world either. The spec says they, I believe, draw about 400 watts a light. So we're just gonna show you the back here real quick too. 2 metric Allen bolts with this small yoke adapter. And then of course the clamp. These did not ship with clamps, which is fine. So we will go ahead and power this back up. It's maybe a 20-second or so boot time, maybe a little less. Alright, so that's the home position there. If these get bumped, they will go back to where they originally were last told to be. On the side here, we've got just says LED moving head, professional show lighting, just a basic emblem, kind of generic. The front screen here, this might be, we've got it's a decent resolution little screen. You can set your address, set what type of operation you're going to be in. It's got auto modes and all that stuff. So you can see it's a 36 LED zoom and with a DMX address of 472 for this unit. So I'll leave that there, it'll time out. It does have two handles, top and bottom, or side and side, I guess. This is just hanging kind of sideways. Take off the only issue I have is the clamping mechanism here. It's you know, if you're moving them a lot, it's a little pain to have to take these out all the time. I actually have requested some information from one of the theatrical suppliers about a custom bracket to go there that would just fold down when it's not in use and stay up when it is. So that's that. We'll take a look at it here. Alright, so we're going to look at the fixture. We'll look at what it's projecting on some white cloth, and I'll kind of give you some notes on what it's doing. So do a 5-second fade up time on the fixture. Fairly bright fixture. You can look at the cloth there. Not doing a great job, but you can probably see it's a little on the blue side. Definitely a higher color temperature going on. Not a big deal though, because it's got built-in you know, color and stuff like that. But that's 100%. Then as far as the fade that down, we'll look at the pan speeds on the motor. This may not be completely accurate because it is hanging kind of weird, but at least it'll be something. So that's full one way, full the other way. So you can see roughly what the speed is. Not the fastest motors, definitely not up to like a Mach 301 or a 101 or something like that. But it does a decent job. And we've really noticed that it's plenty fast when using them in you know, sets and that kind of thing. Unless you really need a stark kind of ending to it, it seems to be fine. Same thing's going to be for the tilt. Tilt's pretty decent. Get some squeaks there. I think that's just because it's hanging so odd. So we'll bring up the brightness a little bit. We'll go through some colors here. So that's just the white, green, purple, yellow, blue, etc. Red. So that's full intensity there. And well, obviously the colors change real quickly. That strobe. I think this has something like a 15 or 20 hertz strobe on it, so it's really quick, borderline dangerous, and pretty powerful. And obviously, you can change colors as you strobe and that kind of stuff. This doesn't have any of the like pixel mapping that some of the other lights do. They do sell a range that does different LED pixel mapping, but these particular ones didn't do that. We didn't really feel there was a need for it, since we're using them primarily as washes. So the other thing we can look at is the beam. So I will go all the way wide there. Wide. Why don't you start right here? So you can see it's washing that whole wall. It's like a 50 or 70 degree beam, and then we'll zoom right down, and it's hitting primarily just that piece of paper. I don't know if you can see on camera, but when it does go wide, there's almost a slight dead spot in the middle compared to the outsides. It's not super noticeable. Definitely not noticeable in like air effects or on the floor really too much. Short of when you're just going between the two focal points. So not a big deal, but that's kind of the situation with that. So. Alright, so we're going to look at the variable color temperature as the last section of this fixture. And I'll just kind of call out what the preset is, and these are what the factory calls as the different Kelvin temperatures. We haven't actually like shot it at a camera and checked it and that kind of stuff, but they seem to be relatively close. Of course, auto white balance on the camera is probably going to mess it up a little bit, but we'll do our best. So up first, we will bring just the regular white. So that's our 27K, 32, 42, 5600, 8K, and then you know, the default is significantly higher than that yet, but does seem to blend in pretty well with you know, other HMI discharge sources and that kind of thing. So yeah, the color presets I would say are relatively close. They're definitely missing something compared to the tungsten when we use them in conjunction with each other, but they're relatively close and definitely usable, definitely better looking than you know, that really cold light on stage coming right off the LEDs. And that's all blended with that fourth LED, and then their presets in there with the other 3 RGB LEDs as needed, bringing up different colors. So that's the light. If you have any questions, let me know, and we'll check out some other lights here in a little bit.